All right, everyone, thank you for joining me. Friday night session. We had to come to you live here. 11/4 is the date. We just got 2 months left here in the 2022 story, and it's definitely an enjoyable show to watch. But I know for myself and many of you out there, you can feel something. Something is coming. It's coming very soon. We believe we are going through a very, very interesting moment in time. And this election cycle, they're already getting you primed. They're already getting you prepared for the chaos to be unleashed. Once again, America has had it very good, and that party is coming to an end rather quickly as we've entered this recession. And we now continue on with a poor jobs report. When you actually look beneath the surface, poor jobs report today. But nonetheless, we are talking about XRP pumping today. We're talking about the markets pumping today. Rather quick update for you guys this evening. But I did want to come on here because XRP has broke above 50 cents. Bitcoin is back above 21,000. And so I wanted to talk about this. Now, the main key things that are actually pushing the market up today, the narrative that we've been fed, is the rumors going around that China is going to be reopening. Basically, they're going to be getting things going again over there. So we'll continue to watch that, see if that actually plays out. Okay, but there is some rumors and speculations coming from that. And then the other thing that we got today was the jobs report, which did report, I forget, I'm not going to even pull up the real numbers for you guys because the real numbers are BS. It's just like the CPI. The real inflation rate is about twice what the government reports. It is not 8%. It is twice that. Let's stop playing around and just round up to 20% inflation on anything that matters. If you go to the grocery store, if you fill up your vehicle, if you are doing anything, if you're trying to get anything of real value, you know what the inflation rate is. Now, in the meantime here, we get the market pumping off the reaction because the market is stupid. The people buying this, they got the bots programmed to basically buy based off of the news and the job earnings, positive job earnings, the algorithms buy. The market dips, the algorithms buy. And the fundamental analysis tells us that we're not done, that we have not bottomed out. But you guys are already seeing the narrative. You're already feeling the FOMO. We know something's about to break here shortly. And I have a whole list of reasons why I think we still go down and set a new bottom. But in tonight's update, I just want to run through this rather quickly with you guys. Market back up above 1 trillion for the overall cryptocurrency space, about 5.51%, 21,300 for your Bitcoin right now, 1650 for Ethereum, and 4994 for our XRP. So XRP is trading at about 50 cents. Let's pull up the sticks here though and take a look. There is your 15-minute chart. You can see today we've gotten some pretty solid green candles taking us up here to the high of 2145. 2145. That was a key level that we were looking for, 21,500. I did enter in once again on my Bitcoin short here today. I did enter again, not financial advice, not trading advice. My trade is down 30%. I am wrong so far, but I have 100% certainty that this thing is about to roll over and come back down. But nonetheless, my trade is down right now, my Bitcoin short, but I took advantage of this opportunity to double down on my bet. Now, I didn't allocate another whole bag there, but I definitely threw some in and I did move my margin up. So now I got a little bit more breathing room. No fear, no worry. I understand what's going on right now. I understand when I look at the jobs report, I look beneath the surface at the real deal. You got people that are taking on their second and third jobs, having to make ends meet, right? You look below the surface at how many of those jobs were part-time jobs. So you got a bunch of part-time jobs and you got a bunch of people that are having to take a second, third job just to make ends meet. When you got a real situation that is actually net negative, when you go through the unemployment rate and what they consider unemployed, what they consider the participation rate, it's all just, I'm not even going to get into it because you guys already are aware, right? It's all lies. But the market takes this. Oh, we got a bunch of jobs. The bots are programmed to buy. We get a pump. It's very simple, right? And then the rumors going around too about China reopening, that's also circulating and getting the engine going a little bit. But as you guys have seen, we have gone to a bad level already. But when we look at all of our data points across the board, we continue to see reasons why we still have not finished out this bear market, why we still have not bottomed out. So I wish that this could be a bullish stream and we could be talking about XRP pumping like it was going to continue. But I think that this is short-lived, and I'm just laying this out because I want you guys to be prepared for that scenario. Now remember, guys, I'm ridiculously long. And I don't care if my Bitcoin short gets wrecked and I get liquidated. I showed you guys my complete generational wealth exit strategy last night. I told you the percentage that I'm trading with of all of my investable assets and cash, what percentage I have in my little trading bag. I do not care if that gets liquidated completely, because every time XRP moves up by just 5 cents, we're covered, guys. We're fine, right? And we know what happens long term. But I showed you guys 3% or so of my bag I'm trading with right now. And I've had relatively good success, knock on wood. Over the last 3 months, my trading bag is up 80%, 7 for 8 on my Bitcoin shorts. That's my current record. But my trade right now is down 30%. But hey, I'm just keeping you guys up to date on that. Let's run through. We got a couple things here to cover. Check this out. What has sparked the rally in precious metals today? Obviously, it is the story about China reopening, but here is the reason. Big silver traders in Shanghai have been aggressively shorting the metal recently. The move that started this morning started in Asia. This is from Bob Coleman, and that's an absolutely massive point, guys. And it gives us a look here at why they are shorting the hell out of silver and gold with the paper derivatives market. Not only because they're making money shorting it, they, on the other end, are buying record amounts at the central banks. These banks, financial institutions, and some of the biggest players. Not only are they running paper derivatives, shorting and making money shorting and manipulating the market that way, but they're also acquiring record amounts. That's not me spinning this my way because I like silver, because I got a little bit of silver. No, folks. We understand by the numbers how much they're manipulating. It's up to 16 times the paper silver trading, the derivatives, over top of the actual physical supply. I mean, it's completely jacked up, right? And we understand here that in Q3 of this year, it has been reported that central banks bought a record amount of gold. Now, is gold as exciting as crypto? No, absolutely not. But there's a reason why they're hoarding that commodity. There's a reason why the new economy is a matter of what commodity, what value, what resource do you have. It's an end of an era for the US dollar and the petrodollar system. And you guys are seeing Russia, the BRICS nations, move in a way that is showing you guys they're not playing around anymore, right? That their USD assets have been frozen in Western banks. So they now move forward with the sitting at the table having a deal with the commodities that they have a plentiful amount of. And that would be your oil and natural gas, right? And that would be a deal where you pay in rubles or you pay in gold. Okay. And now this all comes back though to precious metals, because we don't even know how much they're actually hoarding within some of these BRICS nations. We cannot trust any of the reporting that's coming out of these countries as far as how much gold they're mining and how much gold they're actually, buying. And we have no idea. No idea. Robert Kiyosaki tells the story of him. He invested in a gold mine in, well, I can't even name the country, but you know what country I'm talking about. As soon as his mine found gold, the government just seized it. That's how they operate in that country, right? And then you got no idea. There's no transparency coming out of many of these countries. And once again, with the derivatives market, we have 16 times the paper derivatives versus what the real physical metals are at. It's completely jacked up. And don't quote me on those numbers. Go look at the numbers for yourself. I don't have them in front of me. Okay, but the point being is that we're seeing a record amount of gold being bought by the central banks. And then we see an incredible rally here today. And we saw all of the currencies against the dollar. The dollar had actually a rough day. The DXY was down, and that is part of we see the swing into the Chinese currency and into cryptocurrency and some of the other assets and stocks, right? Particularly gold and silver. Now, silver was up quite a bit today, but then gold was also up, I think, $50 today. Okay, so pretty good pump for gold. Now, remember, guys, I have just recently partnered up with someone who will help you roll over your 401k retirement accounts to precious metals. Please, if you're interested in that, go get in touch with my people. They will help you roll over your precious metals 401k IRA over to precious metals. They also will ship metal directly to you. Okay, but it's mostly for the bigger players. It's bigger allocations that need to be made, the minimum investment, and for your 401k retirement account. But please consider that link on down below. Now, continuing on, a massive update here from Uphold. saying that, hey, Songbird community, we are fully integrated. It's now possible for you to deposit and withdraw your Songbird balance between Uphold and any Songbird wallet. Okay, so that's very good to see. Got a little bit of Songbird action. I'm still waiting to get my Songbird from Coinbase, but nonetheless, we're still waiting for our Songbird tokens. We're still waiting for Flare to actually launch and do the distribution. But we like to see Uphold making that move. And remember, guys, why Songbird's important. It's a test net for Flare. So Flare, Songbird, both built on the XRP ledger, but Songbird is meant to be a test net for Flare. So you can go build on Songbird before you release your full version to Flare. So it's going to be additional utility for the XRP ledger. Fantastic. Now, James Flan, huge shout out to James Flan for keeping us up to date on the lawsuit. We have the updated dates here, scheduling as of November 4th. Let's run through this really quick. Okay, so we have the parties have filed their motions for summary judgment. We understand that. November 11th is going to be the deadline for the amicus briefs. November 30th is going to be the date when the summary judgment reply briefs, temporarily under seal, need to be filed. Okay. And then I'm going to skip to this basically on December 22nd, 2022, whole lot of twos. Parties file omnibus motions to seal all materials relating to the summary judgment motions, including briefs, Rule 56.1, statements and counterstatements, right? We get that. And then by January 9th, parties file oppositions to omnibus motions to seal. Let's see. And then James says that I expect those sealing issues will be resolved as part of the summary judgment process and eventual ruling in regards to the Dobert challenges. Okay. So basically, guys, this thing's going till the end of the year unless we get a settlement. A settlement is something that we still are waiting for. We still are hoping for. We do believe that, a settlement's fine. As long as we get clarity for XRP, Ripple can cut a check. If you don't like how they marketed, if you want to just make them pay their toll fee and Ripple has enough cash, they just don't even care. They just say, whatever, you want to do your little dance, Gary, here's a little check for you guys for the cause. We'll play nice. We don't really care because, we're sitting on a huge amount of XRP and we know what's about to happen to this thing. We know what's about to happen to this reserve currency. So here's your little check, Gary. Have fun. Go parade around CNBC. Act like you're a good guy, Gary, and you did a good deal. You got a record settlement from a cryptocurrency company, right? Let us go on our way, and we're going to change the whole world and put a dent in the universe, right? But nonetheless, guys, we could still get a settlement, and that is looking in the next few months, right? Up until December when we start to get some rulings and stuff and actually get sent off to trial. But it looks like, some predictions are early next year and even into summer of next year. So remain patient. Understand that we're going to be in this thing for a little bit longer unless we get some grace of God settlement coming in from good guy Gary. And I've been saying that I think we get at least into December, and a 2-year anniversary is kind of where I'm looking at right now. I don't think that anything gets done until the 2-year anniversary. It'd be perfect little coincidence on the 2-year anniversary of the lawsuit in the year 2022 for this, case to settle up for 200 million, something stupid like that. We'll see what happens. It's the most staged lawsuit in the history of the SEC. So we just continue to pack our bags in the meantime. Now, last night I put out that generational wealth exit strategy. Make sure you guys have checked that out if you haven't already, where I go deep dive on my whole portfolio, where I stand out with everything. And then I go even next level with, not only talking about, I'm okay, here's the deal. Let me take a drink of my adult beverage before I go into this spiel. Thank you everyone for joining me tonight. I appreciate all of you guys. God bless you all. A lot of guys are talking about how they're never going to sell their XRP, right? Because they're going to stake it, lend it, put it up as collateral, which is what I'm saying I'm going to do. Okay, we understand that. But in last night's session, I went ahead and explained the exact businesses, the type of real estate, where I'm going to take my money when I do cash out little slivers of my XRP bag. And then when I do stake, lend, collateralize my XRP, and then I need to do something with that money, And for me, 10% for staking my XRP at some platform will be nice. When our XRP bag has gone somewhere, that's a nice conservative deal. That's good. but I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a capitalist. So I think I can get better returns than 10% on my money. In fact, I know I can. I have done it. I do it all the time, and I'm going to continue to do it. So for me, it does make sense to stake, lend, and borrow against it, right? To keep some of it, but then actually have a plan on what I'm going to do with that. And I explained that last night. The specific businesses that I'm already in and that I plan on going into. And then I specifically talked about the real estate that I'm going to be investing in and the whole business around real estate. So for me, it's, I'm going to be taking my money, my profits, I'm going to be borrowing against it to put it into businesses and real estate. And last night, I went in depth in the session talking about those businesses specifically, talking about the real estate specifically, right? And I really just kind of exposed my whole deal, what my percentages on my portfolio are at right now, right? And I think some of you guys would be shocked to know that I'm sitting on a pretty decent, percentage-wise, considering all of my investable assets. I have a serious chunk of cash right now because I have to. I got to make a play in real estate. Maybe I can just renew my lease because I don't mind renting. I'm not sold on buying a property with a 7% interest rate. I am not going to buy a bad deal. And I'm in a perfectly fine house where I'm at. I don't mind renting. But I want to get my real estate portfolio rolling. So I got a chunk of change that I really want to dump into these utility cryptocurrencies. But I'm taking the personal decision. I'm taking the decision for where I'm going out with my businesses and for my family, that I need to, get the real estate deals going. Not only do I want a house for my family, but get the real estate portfolio rolling, right? So we got to get that first property, get the deal rolling. And then just like I'm going to be doing with my XRP, I'm not going to sell that asset, right? With my initial first couple deals, I'm going to use those assets to roll me into the next ones, right? Serious plan. And as I continue to reiterate, guys, it's all about the team. It's all about who you're surrounding with. What mentors do you have? What team have you built out? And then it's just a matter of executing and showing up every single day. You guys can do it too. Last night, I laid out my generational wealth exit strategy. You guys can watch it. I'm going to be, I'm going to be piecing it up together for my Discord community too. Like just having it as another additional resource, but it'll always be here on YouTube for free as well too. So you don't got to pay for it. You're never going to have to pay for it. It's right there right now. But as I made the point last night, is that it's, it can shift, it can change. And so, and the percentages can change rather quickly. Like when we get an XRP pump today, well, my percentages as far as how much money I have allocated to each one of these investments changes pretty drastically when XRP pumps, right? Because it's over 51%, 50% of my bag, all of my investable assets and cash right now, it's over 50% of that. Yeah. Okay. But here, what we're doing on this channel right now, guys, is I'm just trying to show you guys how to weather this storm. It's been one thing to talk about cryptocurrency over the last year, talk about the basics of XRP, do these, all these sessions, all these dual streams that I did over the last year with all these other guys that don't like XRP, that like XRP, that are doing this and that. As you guys have seen recently, though, I've started to talk more about my, businesses, my business strategies, what I'm going to be doing with real estate as well. I don't really, for real estate, I'm kind of just going to be reporting on it and then telling you guys what I'm doing. I'm not an expert at real estate, right? I'm a novice. I'm a noob. But I'm going in with a background in an infrastructure understanding level that's much better than a lot of people, because I've been in the home service industry, I have a landscape business, and I've been watching the property market here in my area for well over a decade closely and consistently. And I have connections within all of the real estate industry in my local area as well. So that's a head start, right? That's a very good understanding. But recently I've been trying to bring more value to the channel, to the community, by talking about all these various asset classes. If you guys are looking to get tapped in, I get intimate with the group every Saturday. We do our weekly calls. We're going to be doing another one at 8:30 Pacific Standard Time is when we do our weekly Discord group calls. And that's a great session where we can talk about deals. We can talk about what we're working on right now. More in depth. And as you guys have seen here recently, I just plan on doing more deep dives on some of these utility cryptocurrencies, but then also telling you guys basically what I'm doing in business right now. I can speak on business because I'm actually doing it and I feel comfortable. I know it. I have experience. As far as real estate, I'm going to be giving real estate updates as well. But for the most part there, I'm just going to be reporting on what I'm seeing as far as the data, the trends, my predictions on the real estate market. And then I will be sharing with you guys my stories when I end up getting the real estate portfolio rolling as well. But yeah, check it out last night. And the nice thing, guys, about my exit strategy is it's really simple because I don't own a bunch of, I don't own 20 different cryptos. I don't own a bunch of different stocks, right? I have a fat bag of XRP, I got silver, and I got cash right now for real estate. That's basically it. And then I focus 90% of my time on bringing the money in through my business, through my hustle, through my day-to-day. The time that I actually have to take away from my family, let's close the biggest deals that we possibly can. Let's bring the most amount of value to my community within my landscape business, and then to humanity, to the world, to all of you guys through my media business. And, I've never felt more locked in on kind of my purpose and my direction and what we're building here. But it has been a shift recently as far as, okay, what do we talk about next? And especially during a bear market, right? But today, we get a little bit of pump, a little bit of exciting, but unfortunately, I have to tell you guys the truth that I don't think that the bottom's in. I'm excited to make my money on my short. And I'm not saying that we go lower just because I want to make money on that. I told you guys, I don't care if my short gets liquidated. It's a small percentage, my trading bag, right? The thing is though, is I'm putting money in on the table. I'm putting skin in the game because I want to be in tune with the market so I can tell you guys what to expect. That's the only reason why I do this, as far as looking at the markets on a daily basis and actually looking at the sticks, looking at the charts on a daily basis, because I hate doing that. It's not for me. I don't care to be a trader. I don't call myself a trader. But the reason why I stay in tune is because I want you guys to understand that, okay, we're pumping to 50 cents today. It feels great, but I want to have that conviction that I can say, hey guys, not financial advice, but don't pop the bottle of champagne yet. Don't think that the bear market is over. Don't think that the bottom is in, because everything that I'm seeing says to the downside. And I wish that I could make an O-face exciting thumbnail like we're going to the moon, but I'm here to talk about the reality of the situation and real strategies that, by the way, we're taking care of business. We're building generational wealth while our XRP bag sits stagnant, while all the rest of our investments are, maybe not performing as well as we'd like them to. That's fine. We're making money. We're building businesses. They're recession proof. I got members in my community that have been telling me about getting promotions. Last night we had a gentleman who said that he has an opportunity to make 40% more taking another job. That's getting it done. Not just waiting for XRP hope and prayer, bringing in the cash so that we can continue to buy these assets on the low that we have conviction in, and so that we can actually survive this inflation crisis. Now, I do see that we got a couple super chats. Mega Man, 5-spot Canadian, appreciate it. When you make your move into real estate, are you going to stay mainly commercial or residential besides your home? Commercial. You can. Last night I talked about, so for me, I'm looking at going into residential assisted living and senior housing. And then I said mobile home parks, but really just affordable community build outs. I really have a focus on utility. And there's a massive problem. Obviously, the baby boomer generation right there in that region, right? Assisted living, senior living, right? They need clean, affordable housing to live at. And then you also need affordable housing on the other end, which is just regular families need a place to live, and or I called it mobile homes, but there's, the technology is changing so much. I mean, you can 3D print homes, but what I want to do is just build out communities utility, right? And then I said, in regards to real estate, after I make it, 10 years into real estate or whatever, or 5 to 10 years of way down the road, after I have I'm well into the game, that's when I'd like to take on, more developments, I guess, like not just building out little communities, but more like custom homes and stuff like that. I think would be really fun to do. I've always loved and been intrigued by it. But for me, first, I'm going in, and like I've said last night, guys, I'm not looking to build out the passive real estate portfolio right away. I'm looking to invest in the real estate business, have a serious business and foundation right there, a serious team to act and grow a real estate portfolio. And then later on, I might consider building out some more passive stuff. But I'm too young. I'm too in the hustle. I'm too in it, man. For me, I'm not trying to build up, a handful of properties that are just going to spit out a little, some cash flow each month, and so I can sit on the beach. That's not what moves me. That's not what moves me. I want to be known for building out beautiful communities. And you guys hear me, because I can't help but keep it real with you guys. I talk shit about the community. Like, I talk shit about some of the construction that's going on right now. And that's not just in my community, that's across the country, right? These guys are just throwing shit up. Let's be real, right? And so I don't like that. I despise that. Especially as someone who's in the industry too. I just do landscapes and stuff, but as I was telling the story last night, like, there's developments that I see right now that it's like, okay, yeah, every landscape should just probably be ripped up and redone. Not only is there plenty of job security, there's going to be plenty of maintenance, but if the homeowner has enough and they're willing to do it, the investment would be to just restart fresh, because these guys are just slapping in the landscapes are the last thing these guys think of. Absolutely at the very, very bottom. They don't care about that at all, right? But yeah, guys, thank you for joining me tonight. I wanted to keep this update rather quick and short, to the point for you guys. I still ended up going for almost half an hour here. So thank you so much. I hope you guys had a fantastic Friday. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Like I said, if you're looking to make it for our Discord morning session tomorrow morning, that's at 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. You have a chance to join us. It's a live call with the group. Usually, get a group of usually 20, 30 people in there. So it's, relatively small group, and you have the answers to do Q&A, hang out with us, do a little session, have a cup of coffee. And that's really fun. Do that every Saturday in our Discord group. So if you guys are looking to get tapped in there, it's at my website. In regards to the precious metals, like I said, new partner will help you get moved on over from your 401k into precious metals, if that's something that you're looking to do. Very reputable source. So check them out at my website. It's the very top link, precious metals. Down below in the description, you'll find all of the links to not only the precious metals partner, but also the exchanges and some of the wallets too. If you guys are looking to use those affiliate links, I greatly appreciate all of that support as well, okay? We're just continue to hit it hard, okay? Friday night, you guys know the next session that we have scheduled is the Sunday night session at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. So I hope to see all of you guys there. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you.